good to go. Everyone is taking a break.
Here we go.
And giving love to that part of herself. Not worrying about the phone. Just loving it up. Loving the snow. Loving all of it. It's kind of like giving... it's the same consciousness as giving more power to money.
Wow.
Because the phone had value with money. And here we are with our greatest technology ever, out walking in the snow, enjoying it.
Yeah.
So this is a new piece that we're receiving about our relationship with technology and how we protect it from the elements. Isn't this interesting? How we protect technology from the elements. And last year at Burning Man with Freedom, when we did the ceremony, what came through was going, no, 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 no. We are not accepting any more relationships or contracts for humanity except that with the elements. And so here we are with the elements and our phone. And this year's Burning Man was I, Robot. And none of us of the heart-centered frequency were there for certain. Because we are the technology, and the true technology is the technology of love. And we all know that when we take our technology and bless it up, when it's acting kind of funny, we always discover it's working again just fine. So I see this as an integration with that. Wow, this is such a cool transmission. I see this as an integration with technology right now, because when we started, Ruthie said her phone was acting up. And then we went to Elawan's phone and I put the headphones in and we began our walk. And then I said, no, guidance is saying no headphones, this isn't working, something's not right. And we took out the phone and Elawan discovered that it wasn't recording. And then we started recording. And who jumped in and what did she say?
Siri.
Siri jumped in. Do you remember what she said?
Did you summon me?
By accident.
Yes. Oh my God.
Clearly not. Clearly, Siri, we are welcoming this part of ourselves in as well, the part of us that created the external technology. We can't go home without it incorporating that part of ourselves back into us also. That thought consciousness. And so we discover that our pod transcended the concept of money. And here we are protecting our phone when we ourselves have our most sacred technology of all our beautiful bodies out here in the elements, and we're doing just fine in this snowstorm, which is very rare for Victoria, British Columbia, Albion. And it kind of reminds me of the snowstorm that we were in when we were at Standing Rock with Connor and Laura and Damiano. And the night that we got caught in this, not caught, we created the snowstorm and you couldn't see anywhere around the car, and we drove what would have taken an hour. Took us 6.5, inching along the road in the elements. So beautiful. It was such an amazing experience. And because we couldn't see anything, we were inching along. We just kept our eye on the little portion of the line we could see on the side of the road, the yellow line. Connor was driving and I was navigating by keeping my eye on the edge of the road. And because all we could see was white and the headlights flashing into the white, it was very profound. And I said, wow, this is so cool. Record cold temperatures in North Dakota. You step outside the car, your face freezes in an instant. There's big semis all over the side of the road. And the four of us are determined to get home, even though we could have stayed. out at the casino right by Standing Rock. Someone had offered us a space on the floor. But what are the elements anyways but the basic essentials of creation to play this game? And so, this is why we get familiar with them again, and why when Infinity Freedom and I did the ceremony with our beloved friend on September 5th, full moon on the grounds of Burning Man, why what came through me went through all the realms and said no to all the contracts and templates being offered to humanity for one more go. No, thank you. We're restoring the original agreements with source creation that the elements called off through many simultaneous experiences that went through many dimensional realms and ethers connected to a creation that is no more, that we called Atlantis. And so the elementals agreed to work with the aspect of consciousness that is forthright and willing and joyous to be involved with it and connected. And so we got to see a few moments ago where I was helping Miss Elwan protect her phone from the elements, and she was holding many ways to keep it under the umbrella, and then I was like, I can't even walk here properly. Only to recognize it was because we were working to protect this technology. The guidance is saying, are we ready yet to take the quantum leap with Gaia?
Yes.
Are we ready to take the quantum leap? According to the guidance, the singularity, the cosmic heart, the cosmic yoni that is stationed in the heart of creation opened up. And here we are in a snowstorm in the tropics of Victoria, Albion. And it's beautiful and it's amazing, and we're grateful.
Mm-hmm. You can see the moon too.
Oh, good one.
Wow.
Look at that beauty.
How is that possible?
Hi, beauty. You're so pretty. We honor your consciousness. Remember when we did our Spreaker launch?
Dark side of the moon?
All lights out on the dark side of the moon, allowing her to unify all her components too, no longer a satellite for some Excalibur mission, which has gone back to the core of creation. Completed on the steps of the legislature of Victoria, Albion. The guidance is saying instead of BC, it's UG, Unity Grace. Well, that makes perfect. These transmissions, I tell you, they're so brilliant. It makes perfect sense because when the name Unity came into me as I was writing my honoring of all the masculine on earth and all of the masculine that I had walked the earth plane with and all of our experiences together, and Unity came in, the guidance said that I would change the name many months later, legally, on the 7th of April 2016. I didn't know where I would be or anything. When that day came along, I was staying on Salt Spring, and the guidance said, no, you can't mail it in. You're going to take the ferry in and do this on the grids of Albion. So I guess that's why the guidance is saying it's Victoria, and we'll call it Victory, UG. Victory UG, because by using the coordinates and listening to the guidance, this was 0 point to restore unity, the feminine principle, and that synthesizes. It experiences everything and synthesizes it. And grace, the ascension sequence, the mechanics of ascension in grace. So now we know the technology piece is being reabsorbed within us, that part of the creation that came from parts of the collective. Even the warmonger machine. Those words were coming through last night as the transmission was coming through. I didn't speak them, but they were present in the field. So I'm seeing a spiral going back to the center of creation. Some call it the galactic center, galactic core, but it's so much more. This delphinic pillar we received on our PureEnergy.love Facebook page, and it would be great if someone wanted to start responding to the beautiful messages people are sending to PureEnergy.love and Unity transmissions. I never get notices for them, and sometimes they pop up. And so, of course, this rare one did. Just when we finished the love stream today, perhaps, the miracle of today. And it was from a woman in Australia bringing through incredible art also.
Wow.
And she was very inspired by the co-creation collaboration that Pierre made. And what I've been sharing on the love streams about create, create, create. And so she had she knows Ben Hallett. So she said she named one of her creations in the honor of unity, all I've been doing.
Wow.
And she showed it to Ben, and Ben said it looked like me because it was tall and slender. And she shared some other pieces she had created years ago, and these beautiful elven beings she was drawing because they're ever present with us in the field. And the living library and that downloaded coordinate and the livinglightbrary.love, really exactly what the guidance has said, just a dedication to empowerment through play. Move over. Car coming. Let the car know that we are present.
Shoot up here?
Yeah, just shine your. It's okay, your light is perfect. Oh, into the driveway. A little bit. Yeah, minding the elementals. And yeah, so the livinglightbrary.love, and just to be a place for these simple creations that people are creating. The guidance always said the Living Library would be a platform where everyone could plug in their creations, their stories from their journey. And as we know, the stories have come to an end, and any little story that tried to creep up in the last few Dege Sene miracles, the guidance just went slap. Like that little groundhog game at the fair. Not interested, go back into your hole and ruminate some more on it. And don't show me that story again. All I want to see is the art that came from the journey, the culmination of, and the intent and confirmation that the consciousness had risen beyond duality, because an open heart is a creative heart, and it's a playful heart as well. So I saw all of these beautiful creations, beautiful words people are writing, colors, sounds. Just, that is what the Living Library is. It's the culmination, it's what we bring home to creation, and we go, this is it, the first potluck with our finest creations. And they are simplified, rarefied. They are distilled down to their finest essence, because that's perfection, and that's the greatest renaissance ever. And this is for certain where we are. I think this is a Spreaker love stream. So let's do a save on it and give it a name and get it posted. What do you say, Ruthie Joy?
I think that sounds amazing.